really heavy. Really very, very heavy. Look, oh man, it just
Okay.
broke all over.
Why's
It's
that?
seeping into the computer. I better go get some paper towels and I get better.
Oh, yep. Uh-oh. Jack never drops that jug. Almost as if he'd been nudged. Here's we may have a bit of a problem here. So, folks, well, too much pressure for our guest one leg there. More experience. Scarecrows. I haven't heard from Jake in some time, so perhaps it's time that we contacted emergency services. So we will continue to follow the location or do so as closely as we can to track down our
I
co-host.
think I've somehow managed to get audio from where I'm at. I'm not really quite sure where I'm at or even how I got here. The last thing I remember, I was recording inside of my studio or office, and it was the Thanksgiving special. That's the last thing that I remember. And then something happened. I just don't remember exactly what it was. Either way, it appears that I'm with some company. I know that you can't see who my company is, but my company is one-legged. He seems to be with me. I know that it may have been mighty suspicious that he also disappeared around the same time that I did, but the truth is, one-legged is also trapped wherever I'm at. The reason I am joining you once again is to let you know that I don't really know where I'm at, but we will find out. We will find out exactly what happened. There was a letter that was dropped, a really long letter that was dropped right next to me, and I thought I should read it over. Seems like whoever did this is trying to play games with us here on the Great World Podcast. So it's got a few different things that's listed off here. These are actually past events that have happened on the podcast. This letter goes into details surrounding exactly what happened. Here's how the letter addresses the Great World Podcast. It says, Dear the captured of the Great World Podcast, I am here to tell you that you don't know my identity, but you can probably guess who I am, based on the fact that there's no way it can be the one. I think it's Mark Farm. It appears that Mark Farm is still alive, even after what took place earlier this summer. Seems he's the one who wrote this letter, because he's addressing it as if he was the one's accomplice. So basically, what this letter is, this person is taking credit, and it's Mark Farm. He's taking credit for all of these bad, terrible things that have happened these past 4 seasons on the Great World Podcast. Again, I can't promise that I will make it out of here anytime soon. But since I was able to get a recording, I thought I should let everybody know. Hopefully, before too long, I'll find a way out of here. Hopefully, one-legged will as well. Welcome back to the Great World Podcast. I am your host Jacob Fulmer, and so still trapped here with one-legged. This is the day after the previous recording that I made, and luckily now Mark Farm has supplied us with some food and water, but it's not a whole lot, and hoping that today will be the day that I'm able to get out of here. The other thing is that wherever I'm at is obviously the structure is not well insulated because it has gotten much colder. The good news is Mark Farm actually brought me my code, which I'm not really sure why he would do that. Maybe he's trying to send us a signal that he's the one who's in control right now. Whatever the case is, I'm going to take it because I certainly need it. It's very, very frigid out right now. And so luckily we have that. So that is going to be good moving forward. Since the time of the last recording, when I revealed what was inside of the letter, at least most of what was inside of the letter, I have explored where I'm at just to see exactly what it is. I think this is some sort of abandoned warehouse, is where I think I'm at right now. I was looking to see if there was any way out, and it's very dark. I don't really have a flashlight or anything to where I would be able to see where an exit might be. I've tried walking around and finding an exit and just haven't really found anything. The only thing that I found was where it looked like there was some sort of covering over a window. So maybe I can try to remove that covering, but I don't know how I'm going to be able to get the covering off, but I will certainly keep on trying with that later today. But since I haven't been successful in escaping yet, I thought I would read the second half of the letter. That I thought that would be a good idea, just so that we knew exactly everything that happened. Mark Farm has been watching the podcast very closely and knows exactly some of the struggles and some of the issues and, I guess, unexpected things that have happened throughout the season. And so he also knows about similar events regarding the tornado that came through the studio. He also, in addition to that, of course, knows about the earthquake since that happened when he and the one broke in. But there was also another event that took place on Halloween. And so Mark Farm also addresses to us in that letter those two events that we did not previously talk about in the last recording. And so I thought we would go ahead and address those today. So the first thing that Mark Farm addresses is he wants us to know that he had nothing to do with what took place on Halloween. It's kind of hard to believe that, especially because it seems like what took place in the graveyard on Halloween seems like something that he would do. Oh man. So, anyways, apparently now it's a lot better after that. For whatever reason, that coat warmed me up there. Well,
Good.
we will wait. Oh, well, that is about it for tonight for us. We will go ahead and wait a second. I think somebody's here.
Huh? Wait a second. What are you doing on the lawn?
Sir, get down!
Oh man, that was rough.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, it just you probably couldn't tell
Well, you all
exactly
right
what was.
now?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
probably couldn't tell exactly what was happening there, but you'd never believe it. But there's actually this giant hole that's in the middle of my basement here. And so I
Really?
that yeah, that's what was, I put on my
Fell into
jacket
it.
earlier in the recording. Well, that's
Yeah.
actually because I guess there was some air coming from that, since it's really cold outside. And so I fell into it, and immediately I was in this graveyard. And so that's what you were hearing. You heard me probably yelling as I fell into the giant
Wow, that's
hole and then
crazy.
hit the ground. And then I was in this graveyard, and that's what all that fog, it was coming in from that hole. And so that's what allowed it to come in front of the screen. It's now cleared out. But um man, it was really rough. It was bad, and there was this guy there who was also there, and he was yelling, "Get down!" And then there was this figure with a mask over him, and he threw this object. This is the object here that was being thrown here, and so
Yeah.
but luckily I was able to dodge that object, and based on that, based on me being able to dodge that, I am totally fine. And so I am glad to be able to report that even after that attack, um, I was able to find out that everything ended up working out just fine. So, not exactly. That, of course, was back on Halloween. Luckily, everything worked out with that. But I have to say, after Mark Farm addressed to us that he was the one and the one more responsible for everything that took place earlier these past few seasons, I would have thought that he was also responsible for that. So, certainly a bit of a surprise, or at least it was a surprise to me that he wasn't also responsible for just that whole mysterious thing that took place there with the graveyard and everything. That was kind of a surprising turn of events that took place on Halloween. So, kind of surprised that he had zero involvement in that. I'm not really quite sure that I believe him on that, but I guess we'll take him at his word so far, although I don't know that his word really means a whole lot. But either way, obviously, did not expect me to find this letter. Well, I think he did expect it. It seems like it's more of like a taunting type thing here with me and one-legged at this point. So, but glad that everything worked out with that. Of course, the one was involved with the break-in during the earthquake, but didn't necessarily cause the earthquake. So that was one thing that we could say that wasn't caused by him.
Earthquake! Oh,
A little bit convenient that the one didn't know that that earthquake was coming or didn't plan that, but then again, I'm not exactly sure how he would have been able to cause an earthquake. That would have been quite crazy as well. Something else that we know that he didn't cause, because it just wouldn't have been possible, was that tornado that did come after us, and the one in Mark Farm were never to be seen when that took place. But that was also a bit of a scary moment. We'll take you back to that.
Moundville, that also got
Right,
really
not really
damaged.
all of Moundville. Oh!
That's not good.
Ah, shit.
Don't tell me we're doing
Oh,
it.
no.
What's it say?
Tornado warning in this area. Need to take shelter. It's not good.
Okay. Alright, okay.
You know, guys, I don't want to look outside.
Yeah, you don't get that.
Yeah, let's
That's
look
a good
outside.
idea. Yeah, let's go. Let's go. Very let's make it quick. Yeah.
Hurry, we've got to hurry right now. Well, let's try. Okay. Where are we going, Jack? We gotta go this way. We gotta go right here. Okay, we should be safe. Oh, look! That looks a little bit familiar. Alright, well, I guess while we're here, so anybody that's watching at home probably knows what happened here, okay? What was going on here. This is where I was at after an intruder came in. It's actually the same intruder who pushed Isaac out the window when you guys were here, Okay,
Oh my God.
earlier this year,
I remember,
when that
yeah.
happened, just pushed out the window, but the window was actually open. Well, the same intruder right here tied me up to this wall and taped my ankles and wrists. Now I know this might not be the. Did Isaac ever make it down here?
No, dude. I bet that same guy caused the tornado.
Yeah, no. We were talking about this experience at warfare. This is on a whole nother level. We're talking about meteorology. Okay. Let's find where he's at. Wait, I hear it coming. It's not good. We gotta take shelter. We got it. Oh no, power went out. Our power. Okay, you got a flashlight? That we are now back. I don't think we took a direct hit. Did you guys hear it outside? Yeah, the wind definitely picked up. So let's see. So we lost audio because it got too crazy. But now we're gonna come out. Let's see. Oh look, the sun's out. Well, we were in a safe place for a while. Okay, we gotta find Isaac. We got the what?
Hey, Isaac.
Hey guys,
I thought a tornado got you.
Oh, you guys should have seen it. That was beautiful.
Did you see the tornado?
Yeah, it was sitting right here.
Where'd it come from? Which direction?
Just swirling around out there.
Over there? It looks clear though.
Oh, it's clear now.
So it cleared up pretty quickly afterwards?
Yeah.
Well, we've been in the basement for nothing. You should come down us, man.
Yeah, I guess I should have. Sorry, guys.
So, of course, that was earlier back this spring when that took place, that tornado that came close to the studio. And, of course, the good news out of that was that Isaac was fine, very close to the tornado, and also luckily wasn't hit with any sort of debris that was flying in the air, since that's actually where most people get injured during tornadoes, is from flying debris, not necessarily the tornado itself, but debris from the outside of it. And so that was certainly good that that didn't happen. And as far as the actual tornadoes that did occur, there were no deaths in Vernon County. The ones that took place, the EF2 tornado in Moundville and the EF1 in Nevada back on April 2nd. So those were the actual tornadoes. That, of course, was just a simulation, hoping that you all caught on to the fact that you should not go outside if you get the warning for a tornado. Instead of going outside and trying to look at the tornado like Isaac did in that example, you should go inside. And so that's just kind of a reminder of what to do in that scenario, that you're under a warning. Remember that a warning means you need to take cover immediately. A watch means conditions are favorable for the development. So just throwing that in there, since that did take place earlier this season. So that was one thing that the one was not directly involved with. So that is something else that happened. And then the last thing that the letter addresses, this is something I didn't read off yesterday, the supposed boxer who came in and threw Isaac out of the, out the door. That was actually indeed the one. And so we'll go ahead and we'll take you back to that final moment that's discussed here in the letter.
And God bless.
Yeah, it's crazy. You gotta figure out what that is.
What was that sound? Oh my gosh! Oh, Isaac? What happened here? Looks like there's a... Can you hear me? Isaac, can you hear me? Looks like we've got some sort of glove of some kind.
No!
What was that?
Not the glove.
What was the glove? What's the glove
Is
there
he
for?
back?
Who's back?
The glove guy.
The glove guy? So what was that pounding on the door?
It was the thingamajig.
Wait a second. Are you telling me that a boxer came and pulled you down to the ground?
Oh, is that what the glove guy calls himself?
I guess so. Are you alright?
Oh, yeah, doing just peachy.
Well, you said you're good.
Yep. Hopefully I'll still be here for the finale.
Yes. And so you can't really tell because it's pretty dark out here, but there is where we have our security cameras.
Yep.
So we shouldn't have any more of those problems. Oh, look at that. They're not turned on. So that would be the reason why we did not see this boxer coming. That, of course, was right before the Season 3 finale took place when we were still trying to get our security footage, and security footage definitely helped so that we were able to take cover when the one started shooting through the window, but it was not plugged in during that incident, so we really don't have any camera footage to know exactly if it was the one, but of course now we know from the letter that he is addressing it as if he was the one that was responsible for this, or at least Mark Farm addressing it as the one. So, I guess that pretty much tells us the whole story. Of course, now that we know all of this, I just wish that I knew a way out of here. You know, Mark Farm obviously thinks it's going to be a while, or doesn't think I'm going to remember this, or something to that effect, but we certainly need to escape so that we can get all of this footage out to you. That's the only way that we'll be able to do that. So, I just don't really know how to escape here. You know, there just doesn't really seem to be a way out of it at this point. Except, wait a second. Now, this is quite interesting. So, I mentioned earlier in this episode how my jacket was actually left here since it was cold. Well, it turns out I was just, my hands were getting cold, so I put my hands in my jacket pockets, and then I remembered I actually have a pocket knife inside of this jacket. And yeah, I remember the last thing that I was doing with this, I was out working when I was using this pocket knife last, so that's why it's still in my jacket. I guess I never took it out, but I mentioned that there was a covering over a window nearby. I wonder if I would be able to cut that with this pocket knife. Well, let's go ahead and find out here. Did not even think about checking the pockets of my jacket to see if there was anything inside of them, but here we are. So let's see. Oh man, if I can get this off here. It looks like it's some really heavy material here that's covering this window. Come on. Gotta be able to get this off of here somehow. Let's see. Just there. Come on. This has gotta work. I just know it is. Come on. We're gonna get this off of here. We are getting out of here today. And one-legged that is. We are getting out today. There's no question about it. Okay. Let's see. Almost got it. It is starting to come off, so that is good. There we go. We got it off. Yes. There it is, the window. And there is the window. There's no way to open the window. The other thing is, it looks like it's a bit of a drop. First, we've got to break the window. Here goes nothing. Oh man, there we go. Surprisingly, that actually worked. Window is now broken. Now I'm just going to remove some of these shards of glass. And, uh-oh. Looks like there's some sort of security system built in. I better get out of here right now. One leg, you gotta go, you gotta go, you gotta go, you gotta go now.